Game meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And that's good. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
They'll start on the ground with Bush. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Herbert. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. First and goal, Bush. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Trying to punch it across with Bush. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Offense already at the line, set to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Second down and inches. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Finding balance on offense, I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jermaine Johnson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Caught at the 7-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw here. This is caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Here we go on 4th down. And he is going absolutely nowhere, in the wrong direction. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Here's Herbert. Pass caught by Pearsall. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Bush. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
To go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Herbert off of play action. Pressure comes, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to